Your birthday is always a special day. People are nicer to you, and maybe you go out to your favorite restaurant for a free dessert. Us Pokemon players, we get the gift of unique Pokemon spawns in Scarlet and Violet. Each Pokemon spawned has the chance to have the Destiny mark, the mark of the Chosen One, giving you some special text when it comes out in battle. I hunted Dunsparce for my birthday last year, and since then, the greatest Pokemon of all time has been added to the game. So of course, I would have to hunt it this year. Would I get the greatest birthday gift of all? This is the story of Rowlet, the Chosen One. Every journey has to start somewhere, and this one began way back in 1997. Before the turn of the century, my parents, wait, what's that? Oh, you want to hear about Rowlet, not how I was born. Gotcha. To maximize our chances of finding this shiny Rowlet, the first step would be to find a Rowlet outbreak. So I made a flying type level 2 sandwich and performed date resets until I found one. Making a sandwich of the Pokemon's type increases your chances of getting an outbreak for it a bit, so it would only take about 3 minutes to find one. The positioning of it wasn't amazing, being right next to the border of the coastal biome, but there was just enough room to keep all of the spawns in the savanna biome. After knocking out 60 Rowlets, we'll get an additional 2 shiny rolls on each Pokemon, and when combined with our beloved sandwich method and the shiny charm, we get approximately a 1 in 512 chance for a shiny. I didn't have too much herba for sandwiches since I really haven't played Scarlet and Violet much since the Indigo Disc video, but I felt I definitely would have enough for the day. I'd make my $5 footlong and get to hunting, though they aren't $5 anymore. God, inflation sucks. Now, some people might say that shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is too easy, and to that I'd say, come talk to me after you've lived through the struggle, straining your eyes for 80 seconds to find a shiny. Oh, quick and easy Borb. That's pretty Borbular. Happy birthday to me. It's got a mark. It's got a mark. How Borbular. Now, wouldn't it be hilarious if I had you click on this video and it was the very first one? What long and grueling 80 seconds it took to hunt this amazing shiny Pokemon. A true test of my patience. Not wanting to waste time on the sandwich, I kept looking for more, using the picnic reset strategy. Definitely my preferred hunting method in Scarlet and Violet, especially when I'm streaming. Speaking of which, this hunt was done on my Twitch. You'll find me working on some videos over there every now and then, including a very large project that will actually be a large test of my patience. So drop on in, maybe you'll see the next video live. Soon enough, 80 seconds turned into 30 minutes, ending the sandwich, and I would check our shiny Rowlet, aka our Borb, to see if I happened to get that insanely lucky. The mark of the Borb is... dang. Well, of course it wouldn't be that easy, now would it? I'd have to make another sandwich, which, with this recipe, calling it a sandwich is questionable. It's more of an enhanced loaf of bread. This bread loaf would net me another 2 shiny Rowlets. But with the power of our upgraded scanner, we see that neither of these Borbs were marked. We would take a brief intermission to open a trading card pack and for me to eat some pizza, but soon enough we'd be back on the grind. For about 10 minutes. Because we decided it was time to give Milo some treats. Definitely the best channel point redeem. Now, while the picnic reset method is my preferred method of shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, since it makes the hunting process pretty chill, it does come with one potential downside, which could cause you to be not so chill. In Scarlet and Violet, you have a spawning radius, a circle around you where you're able to see Pokemon. And there's also a small circle around you where Pokemon can't spawn, so when you picnic reset, your Pokemon will tend to spawn toward the edge of the circle. And for a relatively stationary Pokemon like Rowlet, that's usually not a problem. That is, until this happens. Borb. 2 Borb? Oh my god. That's right, a double shiny spawn. This is undoubtedly lucky, but there's a problem. They spawned too far apart. If I were to go over and battle one, the other would end up despawning, failing the shiny. But after about 1,000 hours of shiny hunting in this game, this has happened to me a couple times now. So I knew just what to do, because it is possible to save both of them. First step, save the game. The Pokemon AI is random, so if we get unlucky, we'll need to reset our game. You will lose the rest of the time on your sandwich, but I'd say there really isn't a situation where it's not worth doing, because you're not guaranteed a shiny on any given amount of sandwich time. What we need here is to have both of the Pokemon end up walking toward each other, and doing that for long enough such that the second one won't despawn when we go to catch the first one. Rowlet is a pretty slow Pokemon though, so this could take a while, and they were being uncooperative.
You, walk north, and you, walk south. They're doing the opposite of that.
Thankfully, they weren't spawned as far away as possible from each other, so all I needed was for them to walk toward each other just a little bit, and after a good amount of resets, I'd finally see a window of opportunity.
Oh my god, okay. Walking towards each other, is it an improvement? Do I just send it? That's a mark. I don't know if they were close enough together. Oh, we're good. We're good. Borbular. Very borbular.
There it is, I was able to save them both. There to celebrate this victory was a non-shiny Borb, which I decided to catch because it was marked. I will say, he was pretty sociable. Alright, let's talk about it. Now, every time I use a Master Ball, I get a ton of comments saying I wasted it. But come on, this is a Borb we're talking about here. It's that serious. And I would never do the Borb the injustice of putting it in a Quick Ball. But actually, let's talk about that. The Quick Ball is actually one of the better looking Pokeballs in my opinion, and I think it just gets a bad rep because it's the most effective one. Haters gonna hate. But even if I did prefer to put all of my shinies or all of my Pokemon into Quick Ball, or any other ball for that matter, let's just say the choice to put this Rowlet in a Master Ball was pretty fitting.
Yes! Oh my god, that's so good!
I really could not have asked for a better outcome of this hunt. A chosen one mark from a double shiny spawn in a Master Ball. Simply immaculate. Well, that completed my goal of getting my favorite Pokemon shiny with the chosen one mark. But perhaps this was a little too easy. That was only 3 sandwiches and 5 shinies found. But the Destiny mark is also the easiest mark to get, being a 1 in 25 chance normally, and with the title power bonus and the boost from the Mark Charm as well, it's actually about a 24% chance for your Pokemon to have the mark of the chosen one on your birthday. So this hunt was actually about at odds. But what now? Well, I wasn't done shiny hunting just yet, and I wanted to keep things going. We got my favorite Pokemon shiny with the mark, but we didn't get my favorite shiny Pokemon with the mark. That title, at least currently, belongs to Shiny Shinx, and there just so happened to be a mass outbreak event for Shinx during this time. Not only were you guaranteed to have a Shinx outbreak on any given map reset, but these outbreaks had a much higher chance to spawn shiny Pokemon, without any boosts having a mind-blowing 1 in 200 chance for a shiny. So this is really shiny hunting on easy mode. I had to make an electric type sandwich, and well, I kinda had to pay for all the good luck I got on the Rowlet hunting, so somehow I didn't find a single shiny on this first sandwich. I would also end up paying for some cookies to be delivered to celebrate our victory with the Borb. I decided I didn't really like the areas that any of the Shinx outbreaks were in, so I would reset my map a couple times, and oh my goodness, this looks crazy. With 3 outbreaks right next to each other, I could just be running around in between each one. So naturally, between that and the insane odds, this could make for some pretty nutty sandwiches. Eating up the first one, it wouldn't take too long to find a shiny.
Finally, dude. My goodness.
And if there's one thing I've learned about shiny luck in this game, it's that it can be pretty weird sometimes.
Why, hello there. The same spot. She's also big. She's also marked.
It's confirmed. This tree prints shiny Pokemon. Tell your friends. I would find one more shiny on that sandwich, as well as a very, very small regular Shinx that I wanted to size check. But unfortunately, none of these shinies would be the chosen one. I got a considerably less common mark, the pumped up mark instead, with that Shinx being in a pretty cool level ball. We were approaching the 5-hour mark at this point, and I was getting pretty tired. So I decided to do one more sandwich on stream. And oh boy, was this a sandwich. And it was apparent that it was going to be right away.
You have to be Beyonce in the Terrarium. Wow.
Well, that was pretty fast, and I would continue to be finding shinies pretty fast. And after about the 4th one in only 8 minutes, I started getting the feeling that this might be a really special sandwich. 6 minutes later, I'd find number 5. And another 6 minutes later, I'd find number 6. I still had 10 minutes left on this sandwich. With just one more shiny, this sandwich would be my best of all time. If you don't count the shiny Fluttermane glitch, that is. Just one more shiny. In the area that I'm hunting in, there's actually another electric type Pokemon that spawns, and the game decided it was just about time for me to find a shiny one. That's it. For some backstory on this, I've actually hunted Pachirisu for quite a bit in Legends Arceus, since in Massive Mass Outbreaks it's a pretty easy alpha shiny to get, but I never even found a regular one, unless I'm forgetting one, but it's nice to find regardless. With Pachirisu, this was now my best non-Fluttermane sandwich. Could we keep it going, and potentially even surpass Fluttermane? I would certainly try, but we would come up short, finding only one more Shinx to cap off a crazy sandwich. Getting 10 in one sandwich is a bit much to ask, it seems. But 8 shinies in one sandwich, certainly a fantastic birthday present. But would any of them have the mark of the chosen one?
The early riser. Lunchtime. Social.
Sadly, no. I would end the stream thinking maybe I would do a little bit more hunting later, but I ended up wanting to do a little bit of Legends Arceus hunting instead. And that was it for the day, ending my chances of getting it. It begs the question, will I ever find Shiny Shinx, the chosen one? Looks like you'll just have to subscribe and come back next year to find out. Thanks for watching, and thanks to those supporting the channel both here on YouTube and on Twitch. Every little bit helps out and helps to bring you more content. But I've been Trails, and I will catch you guys next time.